Okay, for this session, we are going to look at how we're going to be looking at how to transfer Purple or pUSD or transfer funds from one Swychr account to the other. Take note, transferring funds from one Swychr account to another is completely free. So if I'm going to transfer some amount of money from my Swychr account to another Swychr user, it's completely free of charge. I don't have to pay any fees. So once I have money in my Swychr account, again, you will always see your balance at the bottom of the screen. The circle, you can see my balance is 68,948, and if I tap on the circle, it actually takes me to my transaction history on my passbook, where I can see all of my transactions that I've done, and I can see my balance up there. I have 68,948 purple USD, so, and I can see each transaction that I've done, and you can actually click on, you can open up a transaction and you can see the full receipt, and the details of that transaction. Now let's go back to transfer. So I tap on transfer, assuming I already have pUSD in my wallet and I want to transfer to another person. So here you see that there are two source wallets. You have pUSD, you have fiat. So for this session, we are focused on how to transfer pUSD from one Swychr wallet to another Swychr wallet. So I'll say my source wallet is pUSD. That's it. Then I take next. Now, when I take next, it will ask me to provide the email ID or the Swychr tag of the user that I want to send the pUSD to. Remember, pUSD is Swychr's native token, which is pegged to the US dollar. So one pUSD is always equal to $1 and is backed by USDC deposit. So let's assume that I want to send the funds to myself. I'll just use myself as an example. So my Swychr tag is Aronte Baba. So once I do that, it brings up, my full name and so on and so forth. And then all I have to do is I want to transfer, let's say 100 pUSD, and then I submit. The transaction is done. So now if we go back, my balance would not change because I sent to myself. So if we go to my wallet, my transaction history, again, the sender gets notified, the beneficiary gets notified. So you can see that there is an outward transfer on the same date, 4th of July, and I can see the details. And then there's an inward transfer because I sent to myself. So in your case, if you're sending to a beneficiary, in your passbook you will only have the outward transfer, and the other leg of the transaction will be recorded in the beneficiary's account. So that's how you transfer funds from one Swychr account to the other, guys. It's really simple. Now let's go back, because again there were two source wallets. Now you can transfer from one fiat wallet to another fiat wallet in the same currency, but for these you need to have a fiat balance. If your fiat wallet is empty, then you cannot transfer. So I will still use my account as an example here. Okay, so when you're transferring fiat, I'll use my account. So I put my Swychr tag, it brings up. So now you see that for transferring fiat is a bit different. Now my email address is there and everything. I can see the details. The next thing is I need to select which currency do I want to send, because you cannot send Naira to ZAV, you cannot send USD to ZAV, you cannot send USD to Ghana cedis. You can only send USD to USD. You can send ZAV to ZAV. So which currency do I want to transfer from? Or do I want to transfer to? I want to transfer. So the different currencies, the different fiat currencies that I've added into my wallet will be available here. So I will say I want to transfer ZAV because I have a ZAV balance. And then I will say I want to transfer 1,000 ZAV, or let's say 1,500 ZAV. Okay, again, it's completely free of charge. So I want to send 1,500 ZAV to Aaron mungan@gmail.com or arontebaba01. So I do submit, and take note, if you want to transfer and the currency you want to transfer is not here, you can add the currency directly from here. But I'll also show you how you can add the currency, even if you're not on this page. So I'll click submit, and the transaction is done. So if we go now to my fiat wallet, So you have a pUSD wallet where you can find your pUSD transactions, um, which we already saw before. You can also access it from the circle at the bottom of the screen, and then you have your fiat wallet. So I just did a transaction on ZAV, right? So we go to ZAV, and you will see that there was an outward transfer of 1,500, and then there's an inward transfer of 1,500. So this is how it works. You can transfer a fiat, the same currency from one Swychr account to another, and then for pUSD you can transfer from any Swychr account to any Swychr account. But with fiat you cannot transfer one currency to the other. It always has to be, if you're transferring from ZAV, then the beneficiary gets ZAV. If you're transferring from USD, then the beneficiary gets USD. And of course you can only transfer from a currency where you have a balance. Let's assume, for example, that I want to transfer Canadian dollars. I go here and I take fiat, I take next, I put in my Swychr tag, okay, and yeah, it picks. Then let's assume that I want to transfer Canadian dollars, and I put the same 1.5. It will tell me I don't have enough in my wallet. So you need to have funds in your fiat wallet, in a particular fiat currency, to be able to transfer funds out of that currency. So on a separate session we are going to cover the process of transferring from your pUSD wallet to your fiat wallet, and from your fiat wallet to your pUSD wallet. That will be covered in a separate session.